Hey everyone, we fucked up. we fucked up pretty bad. Um, we lost the footage. We're not sorry, and we're going to post commentate over it now. So here we are.
Actually, we didn't lose the footage. Somehow the audio got jacked up, so you only hear DJ Sweats. So
yeah. And everyone knows that our commentary is nothing without the other one. So, yeah. So here we are, about to go into the portal. And the reason we were waiting here is because originally we also had a friend here with us. My friend Michael, who I found after quite a while of looking for him. He was an old childhood friend who I lost contact with. And then 6 years later, I found him again. So here I am, leveling up Zaram, I guess.
Yep.
I don't remember this, actually.
Yeah, this happened.
But, yeah,
after the conversation about me kidnapping Michael.
Yeah, which was obviously a joke, but it was funny.
Yeah, we're not going to recap that joke.
It took too long. It took way too long.
Yeah, but it was an awesome joke. It was me in my crazy stalker mode, which you guys all know and love, because, well, you're still watching these videos, so.
Yep. And so we're picking out spells, and yeah, me and James are literally just going over the spells. And the funny thing is, we're just talking about these spells. We're not explaining what they do, and the fact of the matter is, we're not even sure what a couple of these spells do.
Oh, it's not that we're not sure what a couple of these spells do. We just don't give a damn.
But most of these spells, a lot of these spells aren't really. I mean, they're good in a pinch, but they're not as good as you might think they are. Like Summon Fiend, don't fuck with that spell.
Well, again, in the game context, no, not all that cool. But in the if you're doing it pen and paper style, a lot of these spells are pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. Feel free to pause to look at these spells. But for example, this spell right here, Abby Dowsum's Horrid Wilting. Oh yes, very good spell.
Yeah, because let's just suck the water out of something and watch it shrivel up.
Yeah, and by the way, that's everyone in the area except for party members.
You want to know why? Because I felt like being a water bender on a bender.
It's like that scene from Avatar where Hama sucks all the water out of the flowers. Except with people.
Because for all of you who didn't know, the human body is almost 80% water, because, let's turn some people into dust.
Oh, and here's something I didn't notice right away. You may notice that Dorn is now a fallen Blackguard. That's because after killing Urgathaz...
Technically, we didn't kill Urgathaz. We just trapped him in a sword with another demon.
Yeah, after trapping Urgathaz in a sword and then refusing Azathoth's patronship and trapping her in the sword as well, Dorn technically doesn't have a patron game-wise. But, I mean, we became his patrons, but the game doesn't recognize that. So, Dorn is now a fallen Blackguard because he technically has no patron, except us.
And we give him the Super Killy button.
That's later. Why are we talking about the Super Killy button now?
Because I can talk about the Super Killy button now. It's not like I'm telling him what the Super Killy button actually does.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the Super Killy button's not for a while, and there's a reason we give him the Super Killy button.
Yeah, I know. I'm not explaining any of that. Do we ever explain anything?
No.
See?
And I'm not exactly sure what we're doing here. Are you? What does it look like we're doing here exactly?
Oh, we were recapping the characters. Because at this point, I'm going off about Imoen not being able to use a fucking knife.
Yeah. Were we seeing when the characters were going to level?
No, we were actually explaining the characters to Michael at that point.
Oh yeah, right. We were explaining
the hostage.
we were explaining the characters to Michael. Yeah, right. We might try to have Michael on again sometime, but it's actually going to be a while before we make any more of these videos. So, because I'm going off to college and I won't have internet. So,
yeah, so you should totally enjoy this.
listen, you little maggot. I want to know how you got your collar off right now. Or you'll find there are things far worse than being a slave. No. I don't care what you say. I won't be a slave anymore. Well, if that's the way you... Trail, hold. Others have come through the portal. What? Others? Ah, the Primes. How foolish of you to have followed your actor friends here. Varneth, close the portal, please. And this is when shit got real.
Joke there, because he kept saying, because keep calling them the Prime, so I kept making Transformers jokes. So.
Do you have any idea at all where you are, Primes? I assume I'm on another plane, naturally. Oh, you're a sharp one, Prime. I'm afraid it's much, much worse than that. This place is one of the finest prisons in the plains. There's no way out of here, except at the whim of the Cambion. What fools you must be to come here of your own volition. Yeah, you'll find... Oh, look, dude, we got out of Spellhold. So fuck this prison. You really think you can hold us?
That's literally how the commentary went for a while. And again, there was another Optimus Prime joke in there somewhere.
Yeah. Wait, are we seriously explaining the commentary that we did before while we're doing another completely different commentary?
Well, yeah, that we're post-commentating on the commentate, because remember, we totally fucked all that up.
Right.
Because, no audio and all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and we must have hung on that joke for a while. No matter, I expect you'll bring a grand prize from the Cambion, as new thralls. Hunters, take him. And this is where we got to a rather difficult battle when I didn't exactly know what was going on. So we should probably analyze this battle to understand battles in the future, because there's going to be more battles like this.
Well, again, we have a very not balanced party to begin with. I mean, I went over this several episodes ago.
But it had been several weeks since I had done an episode, and I didn't know what was going on, and now it's been several more weeks. And so I have even less idea what's going on here. And this will give you an opportunity to actually pay attention to the spells that I'm picking off the top of my head without actually looking. And this is where I'm picking a bunch of fire spells and I keep screaming, "Eat fire!"
Yeah, you're really obsessed with that.
Fire is one of the most effective tools in this game.
Until you fight something that's fire-based. Remember the dragon?
Point, James.
So, at this point, I am probably ranting about something stupid that's going on in this battle.
Yeah, well, Michael is not commentating at all because he had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Like, occasionally he would ask the question, and I would launch into a really weird and long, drawn-out D&D style answer, so...
Yeah, as you can see, I love fire. But I really thought I was going to die in this battle. In fact, I think we did lose a couple party members, didn't we?
Yeah, I think a couple people died in this fight.
That's because I think that we beat a bunch of people, and then I forgot that there was this one guy.
Yeah. So I mean, like, pretty much at this point, I am like literally talking about D&D right now while this fight's going on, and like, there's a couple of jokes here.
Did I just use Breach on a guy that didn't have very many protection spells on him?
Yeah, you did.
And now we're confused. Yeah, this is where the problem started.
Yeah, this is the point where all hell broke loose.
In fact, I think at one point in time, they got confused too. Oh no, wait, they are confused. Wait, so at one point in time, we got confused, right? I think?
Yeah.
And it would sit there firing the short bow of Geisen, which again I pointed out is a really awesome weapon, despite the bullshit you had to go through to make it. while this other guy is stabbing her. She probably should have moved a little bit, but as you can see, there's not a whole lot of space in this particular map.
Well, I mean, like, when every time the bow of Geisen gets brought up, I go on about how a guy has to light a forge for 24 hours to string a fucking bow.
But wait, I came up with the solution. Maybe he's casting some sort of magical incantation on the bow, so that it can... Oh, no, wait, because the magic was already in the bow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
So, why do you gotta light a forge to string a fucking bow? I mean, like, we could have strung the fucking bow.
That's true, but it's still a pretty awesome weapon, right?
No, I mean, it is the bow of Geisen is pretty awesome, and it fires lightning bolts.
In fact, I think that Imwin, despite not being very powerful herself, has one of the most powerful weapons in the entire party.
Except for that halberd. That halberd is awesome.
And the Dragon's Breath +4, the Chuck Norris of halberds.
Short of the Vorpal sword,
and that's where
like that's OP as fuck.
Yeah, that's where the weather channel thing popped up, and now you know where I live, but not for long because I'm moving.
Oh yeah, this is when we took all their stuff.
We love taking stuff.
No one died in this fight. I think it's the next fight everybody started getting murdered.
Oh yeah, right. And this is where we just sorted through a whole bunch of shit.
And the bag of holding.
Yeah, gotta love the bag of holding.
Oh yeah, no party should be without one.
And if you're wondering why we didn't pick up the quarterstaff, it's because quarterstaffs aren't worth anything. Seriously, you can't sell them.
It's a stick.
Well, it's a finely crafted stick.
It's still a stick.
That's welded together with little middle bits to hit people with.
It's a stick.
Okay, how about this? It's a glorified stick. Ooh, another boots.
It's still a stick.
Ooh, we got another boots of speed and the pixie prick.
Oh, there were a bunch of jokes. There were. I can't remember how many jokes I made about that. We spent I think 5-6 minutes just laughing at that.
I think that Michael actually threw in a couple pretty good jokes about this.
Yeah. Again, not recapping any of those jokes.
And feel free to pause, because honestly, reading the descriptions fuels whatever jokes you can possibly think of about the pixie prick. And we got another boots of speed, which always helps.
Yeah, there were several tiny prick jokes.
Yeah,
just because
and
it was a pixie prick.
This is where we had to decide whether we wanted these boots or those boots.
Yeah, there was a debate about the boots. You're like, who's gonna get the other boots? It's like, who needs boots?
And I think we decided that Imwin gets the boots, but I can't remember.
Well, we're about to find out here in a second, so...
This is the part where having Imwin learn spells we're never going to have her use, just to get experience.
Well, then they were clogging up the inventory, so it's like, hey, let's get rid of those.
Yeah, we gave Imwin the boots, yeah.
Yeah, Imwin ended up with the boots, because we were like, should we give Mince these boots? I was like, alright, fine, just get those boots to Imwin. Does Imwin got boots? Nope, give Imwin boots.
And now everyone has boots, but wait, Zara doesn't have boots.
Well, we'll find a monkey and kill it.
Did you just...
Yes, that was a Dora the Explorer joke.
And this is where we... Oh, yeah, this is where we were explaining Bob to Michael.
This is where I launched into Bob's 9 random powers.
Which we change a lot. And we also talked about his family.
Except for his 5th power, which is the power to return to the past.
Are we sure that's the 5th power?
Yeah, that is the 5th power.
I mean, because we've been doing this for over a year. Are you sure it's the 5th power?
Yeah, that's the 5th power.
Okay.
And if it's not the 5th power, it just became the 5th power, damn it.
So it's the 5th power now.
If it's not the 5th power, it is now the 5th power.
Okay, it's the 5th power until we forget about it and suddenly change what power it is.
And then it's going to go back to being the 5th power anyway, because I will probably bring that back up and say it's the 5th power. just because I like saying fifth power.
And this is where we're picking up
I
other
really
stuff.
need to say that a really lot. I don't speak good English.
Yeah, you're better than you're better than Rip from that episode where he fought the trolls.
Hey, don't be making stupid speaky noise about Rip.
And
I'll tell on you. I'll tell Rip. He'll come drink you like a beer.
yeah, we're not doing much besides looking at arrows right now. So how about commenting on the ambience of the dungeon itself at the moment?
It's a pretty creepy dungeon. Like literally, just to comment on this for a real quick second, we spend a crap ton of time identifying stuff and then whining about it.
Yeah, and really, this part right here was completely pointless.
Yeah, like
Because-
literally, we're just recapping. Literally, we're recapping sections of the entire game right here.
Yeah, and we're also
And
sort sifting through and picking up stuff that we find out is actually completely useless.
And me bitching about it.
Oh yeah, and this is where we're just sitting there waiting for this guy to talk because he got silenced in the fight.
Yeah, and then we had this really long, drawn out thing about him being silenced and.
Oh yeah, and we made fun of his name, Taggett.
Yeah. There were a bunch of gay jokes right here.
Yeah, and there was also a joke about like his father having above average expectations of his
Of his son, and then he's like, "I shall name you Taggart," and then he turns out he's a virgin, 40-year-old virgin. There was a 40-year-old virgin joke here.
And I think we made a joke about Zarum, even though he's half that age.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a joke about, hey, Zarum, that's what you're going to be in the next, in like 20 years.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, then like Zarum whined about it.
And oh yeah, this is where this is where oh yeah, this is where I used the cheat codes to make the guy unsilent so he could talk because I was getting tired of sitting there. Because I was thinking the episode was going to go too long. The only problem is the episode went too long anyway.
Yeah, because you were like, should I use the cheat? I was like, yeah, use the cheat.
And this episode turned out to be almost an hour long, but this would have been this would have been like an hour and a half long if we had sat there waiting for the guy to
become unsilenced.
Yeah,
it was also our kidnap episode, so...
I thank you, my lord, for your timely rescue. I'm afraid I did not give much thought as to what I would do after I removed my collar.
Yeah. Right here is the section where me calling him a little bitch.
Yeah, and I think we made a basketball joke.
Yeah, there was Squeak Little Bitch Scolari, but so he was Taggart Little Bitch Scolari.
Yeah. Calling back to our joke when we did Fist of Jesus.
Yeah. Judas Little Bitch Iscariot.
It was foolish of me, I suppose, but I'd rather be dead than remain enslaved to the Cambion forever, which is understandable, right? I mean...
Yeah, there was a no fucking duh joke here.
There has to be a way out of here. You are friends of the actors. Yeah, I just skipped what we said, but I'm assuming that we... What did we say?
I forgot what we said. I mean, you clicked it, and we talked about it right before you clicked it, because, I mean, like...
Yeah, then you may as well begin mourning them, my lord. They are in the warden's cells awaiting transport to Duke Rowan's tower, I am told. Now, from what I know, is we don't actually meet Duke Rowan, thank God. But apparently he's a pretty powerful dude.
Yeah, I mean, no, we learn all about that later in this episode, but it was just something that we were bitching about.
Oh, by the way, let's just say the true reason behind why they're here is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that gets weird. But like, there's literally an entire conversation about why this is going on, and me literally just bitching about this one character.
Really, this character just exists for exposition.
Yeah, and I bitched about that. See, seriously, see how long it took us to get to this next part? That was me bitching.
The warden is directly north of here through the hallway, but I advise going against down that path. And this is where James started bitching about, like, him telling us what direction to go.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I was going off. I wish we'd have had the audio for that, because it was hilarious.
Yeah, and, I mean, you can read this dialogue, but basically he's talking about, not going down one path because it's too dangerous, and telling us we should go down a completely different path. Even though, when we now look at it, both paths are pretty much equally dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, because, literally, every time there's a long pause, I'm literally going off.
There is another way to reach the warden, a safer way perhaps, that may serve your purpose, and perhaps mine as well. The warden is powerful by himself, true, but he is also protected by the many thralls under his control through the collars they wear.
Yeah, there were some complaints about the thrall thing, and a bunch of thrall jokes.
The passage to the east leads to the chamber of the Master of Thralls. This is where we made a Master of Puppets joke.
Yeah, we also made a magic joke, because they kept saying the word thralls.
A lesser Tenari who holds a device that I know allows him to control the collars. Destroy that device and the thralls are freed. Funny thing about that, we actually had a lot of trouble for some reason destroying the device later because, little secret, I've played this game a dozen times, but I've only been through this part of the game once.
So, I mean, there's just, literally, the original commentary for this was hilarious because it was just a lot of complaining.
Yeah. And Michael quipping up every once in a while because he really doesn't know what's going on.
And him just basically, there was a lot of Michael reacting to me going off, and just going off on tangents.
Yeah, Michael was quite surprised by Jamesness.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really awesome, because it was just like, we'd be in the middle of something, and I'd just tangent off and just start going off for no reason.
But I don't think Michael understood because, I think he was expecting a formula.
Yeah. There is no formula to the random.
Yeah, and basically he starts talking about the powerful magics, and really, we're probably just, since we can't keep up with the dialogue in general, you can read the dialogue, and we're probably just going to commentate over it.
Yeah.
I'll read it when I can, but if we're commentating, if I'm having a conversation, I'm not really going to stop that conversation.
So, I mean, again, these long pauses are literally me going off again or saying something just to the ridiculousness of this whole section. Because, there were several times Connor actually questioned stuff I said.
But the prison's magic dies with the warden. No shit.
What's really funny is that you actually said at that particular moment.
Really? So I actually said no shit at the very exact moment I said no shit now?
Yeah. Because you read that and it was like, no shit. I'm like, seriously? Seriously? You really just fucking said that?
Oh, and actually, there were points in this commentary where I was going off on a tangent and James was telling me to calm down.
Yeah, it got hilarious.
Because here's the thing. Because you expect him to go off on a tangent and me to tell him to calm down, but you don't expect it to happen the other way around. And when it does, it makes everyone, including James, go, "What the fuck?"
Actually, we actually did have one of those moments. One of the what the fuck moments is coming up here real quick.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's right here.
What, with the thralls?
Yeah, because that scene starts and it was all we don't want to kill them. Hey, let's kill innocent people. Why? Because we can.
I mean,
and they're in the way.
They don't have any choice but to try to kill us, so we kind of have to kill them. But we were probably going to kill them anyway, so.
Well, no, because you were talking about innocent blood on our hands. I was like, we haven't had that before.
And this is the point where I talk about the thrall collars that happened later, but I'll point it out now. Yeah. We talked about the thrall collars, and James was like, "Why did we pick those up?" And I said, "Because they're useless." The
sphincter jokes. The sphincter jokes.
This is where we came up with the episode's original title, Into the Anus.
Yeah, because literally all these like little portal things look like gigantic prolapsing anuses. It was hilarious.
And there's two fights going on at the same time because because party members are getting separated. Some of the party members are in the ass, and the other party members are over here. So we literally tried to get every party member inside the ass.
So like there were there were so many fisting jokes.
Yeah.
There was a ridiculous amount of fisting jokes at this point.
Yeah.
Like, even Michael started lobbing dirty butt jokes at this point.
And he didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, because it was like, there was literally a part... Oh, this is where I start going off about the Vorpal Sword being OP again.
Yeah, because wasn't I explaining to you exactly how OP the Vorpal Sword was at this point?
Well, no, because like you had explained it in the previous episode, and then I was just like, and we kept coming back to that, and then this happened right here, and I'm just like, dude, Vorpal doesn't work like that. That is just so OP for no reason. And then we were having a conversation about whether... See, there it is again. Because, right here is when I was going off about the Vorpal Sword being extra OP for no reason.
And, sorry, I'm sneezing. Ironically, I actually sneezed at that exact moment on this video.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of deja vu.
Yeah, but again, I'm going to say what I normally say when I sneeze. I'm sorry, I'm allergic to the game's bullshit.
And... I'm going to say what I normally say when you apologize. We don't apologize on this show. Because why? Because we don't give a damn.
Well, you don't give a damn. I give very few damns.
Yeah, I have completely lost my ability to give a damn. My give a damn's broke for this game.
Yeah, and we got fucked with this battle right here.
While this anus is getting snake fucked.
Yeah, we made a lot of snake jokes. But here's
well, snake and ass jokes because we were like look, the snake man's on the anus.
Yeah, and
there's a snake in your anus.
Yeah, and here's one. I actually made a Toy Story joke at some point.
Yeah.
Didn't I say what? It's like there's a snake in my butt.
Yeah.
But here's one joke.
You actually did the Woody voice. You were like, "There's a snake in my butt." And I'm like, "Really? You did that? Did you just?"
And here's one joke that I didn't make. There's a brown snake playing peekaboo with my butt crack.
I wish we'd actually used that one. That would have actually been totally appropriate when we killed the snake guy on the giant butt.
Of course, he's not brown, but I'm just gonna go with it anyway.
Yeah, so, like, we were explaining the Yuntide to Michael at this point, and we were still cracking butt jokes.
The Yanti, you mean?
Well, yeah, whatever.
At least I think it's Yanti. You might be right. I don't know.
Well, literally, you can pronounce it either way, because, they spell it two separate ways.
I can't remember if Zarm died, or if he just got really close to dying.
You got really close. I think you got really close to dying, because if you ever die, we have to return to the past. Yeah, this is where we backed him out through the butt crack.
Oh, yeah, because he got to, 2 hit points, and then he fell in the asshole.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, saved by an ass.
Oh, and literally, this fuels the joke. It says, a strange fleshy trap has sucked the player underneath. It actually says that.
Yeah, and there was like, hey, Zarm finally got a piece of ass. Yeah, that joke was made, and there was literally 45 seconds of laughter.
Yeah, ironically, the joke we made about Zarm falling in the asshole is foreshadowing for later.
Yeah. And there's Vorpal again.
We didn't even notice that one, did we?
No, we didn't even know. No, that comment actually comes up later when we actually went back and looked through the thing, and I was like, dude, look at that. That is just so OP.
Oh, by the way, have you noticed that I kept the quick loop button on for way too long?
Yeah. So it's like during this battle, there was a lot going on, and we really didn't care. We were, more concerned with the butt jokes.
Yeah, there was too much going on. There was more people actually coming into the battle. We didn't care or notice because we were making too many butt jokes.
Literally, this entire scene, the original commentary, there is a conversation going on, and we are really not paying attention to the battle.
In fact, I think this entire episode was one 56-minute long butt joke.
Yeah, it was. Once the butt jokes started, they didn't stop for a while. Because we actually had it. What's really funny is because later in this episode, we actually have a conversation about naming the episode Into Uranus. Or Into the Anus.
Yeah, but I think we actually came up with several different titles before settling with Into the Anus.
Yeah, there were several different jokes. In fact, we even did a throwback joke to South Park, the Terrence and Phillip Not Without My Anus thing.
Which I haven't seen.
Well, and like I made the reference. You're like, I haven't seen that yet. I was like, oh, it was like you really haven't. We actually talked about it for like.
I haven't seen that was the one that was the one episode that was entirely focused on Terrence and Phillip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is where Zahram climbs back out of the asshole after the battle. It's like, because he didn't know what was going on. He kind of fell unconscious, and he conveniently became conscious again as soon as the battle was over. And I think we actually had the players scold him about that.
Yeah.
Here's Viconia bitching while she's healing Zahram.
Well, yeah, because I think at some point in this there was a table hit.
Oh yeah, it's a table.
Yeah, from the bag of tables.
Oh yeah, so let's do that. What table do we have here today, James?
Oh, we have the Warlord table today. It's got all the little figurines glued to it and everything. Those are really pointy too.
Ooh, pointy, you say?
Yep, very pointy.
Shall we?
And it's a solid stone table, too.
Ooh. It's a solid stone table with an oak finish, even though it's stone, because fuck you, we're the kings of random.
Yeah, and it's 1,500 pounds.
Okay. So, 3, 2...
Oh! I didn't think a human spine could twist that way.
Yeah, and that was so bad that the Wyvern actually came back from the dead for a couple of seconds to apologize to Zahram.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is where we found the Master of Thralls, which started off as a really difficult battle and then suddenly became easy.
I have to point this out. That is not a lesser Telnari. And when we went into this battle, I actually pointed that out. So I'm going to do it again. That is not a lesser Telnari. Because the lesser Telnari is not that big. They're actually small. They're actually way smaller and gray and have 4 arms and not 2.
Yeah, ironically, we had more trouble with the air elementals here than we did with the demon.
Yeah. Yeah, because like there's like literally a section in this where I go off about shit not looking the way it's supposed to look. Like, yeah, this fight with the element... Oh, yeah, there's another Vorpal hit that we go off about.
Oh, yeah, because didn't we Vorpal one of the air elementals?
Yeah, we Vorpaled an air element. I was like, how is that even possible? It doesn't even have a neck!
And this really shady-looking dwarf guy that we just saved tells us what to do. And I think there was actually a part where we bitched about him because he's telling us what to do, but he looks all shady.
Yeah, in fact, there's a reason why we're paused here for so long, because you're complaining this time.
Well, this is actually a part of the game that I have beef with.
Yeah, no, because this is my like, oh damn moment. Like, oh damn, he is really pissed.
Because I think I threw in a lot of words that I don't normally use.
Yeah, you went off for a good one. I mean, because you see how long we're paused here. I mean, like, you went off for a good minute. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Michael's like, what?
There was some creative curse words, let's just say.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I made up a few of my own, but I did throw in a few words that would probably get me banned, so I'm actually glad that we're post-commentating over this video.
Yeah, I think I did the whole "you scums."
Oh yeah, we used almost word for word a rant by the Nostalgia Critic. By the way, you should watch his stuff. He's awesome.
Yeah, because you were asking me to do that after you like calmed down after going off there for a second. I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he's talking about magical flames destroying an orb, and I'm thinking, I don't see any magical flames anywhere, but sure, we'll just go back and try to find it.
It's like, yeah, because like, yeah, we're gonna go destroy a magic orb because you fucking told us to.
Well, the other guy told us we need to destroy the orb too. Actually, this guy just told us how.
But yeah, no, but I was complaining about that because like because the little Taggart bitch didn't tell us how to destroy the orb. Then this shady asshole shows up.
Oh, and this is where we talked about the arrow staffs, and we actually went on a rant about how awesome these things are.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that we never used them.
Actually, we do so. No. We actually did use them.
Oh, we actually did use them a couple times this session, didn't we?
Yeah, we actually summoned several of them because we were like, gotta have minions.
And you realize how coincidentally power couple Zarm and Nira are now that they're using 2 elemental staffs.
Yeah.
That's that's a couple you don't want to fuck with. But then again, you wouldn't want to fuck with them on a normal basis anyway, because you got a wild mage and a demigod.
Yeah.
A soulless demigod, but still a demigod.
Well, and then I took issue with the fact that they stole Zarm's soul because he's a demigod. So it's like, how the hell do you steal something that technically is unstealable? Yeah. Here's us identifying shit again.
Yeah. If you play a game and you don't like sorting through inventories, don't play Baldur's Gate.
Because you spend about 37% of your time doing what we're doing right now.
Now, don't get me wrong, the Baldur's Gate series is awesome. But a lot of it is sorting through your inventory.
And well, we made it a point to say that we like stuff.
Yeah, and if you don't like stuff, well, fuck you then.
Yeah, because we're all about stuff.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on here now. Oh yeah, we're resting just so we can identify more stuff.
Yeah, we actually stopped and rested just so we could identify stuff.
Yeah, we rested in a pan-dimensional prison full of demons so we could identify stuff.
Yeah, we kept that sword because of the extra attack. Because I can't remember who we said we were going to have dual wield that, but I think we were talking about having Minsc dual wield later. Because there was a discussion about that. And,
right.
Yeah, we were talking about Dorn dual wielding later, too, because we were trying to get Dorn's kill total back up.
And then we had a discussion about who to give these gauntlets to, but then we immediately gave them to Dorn. We spent like a minute talking about who to give the gauntlets to, and then we spent like 2 seconds actually doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is where we had Dorn go solo to go kill the orb because we didn't want everyone falling into the anus.
Yeah.
And I sort of lost my sense of direction for a little bit there.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what the hell was going on here because you were like wandering around aimlessly for a bit.
Or should I say anus-maliciously? Yeah, I just made that joke.
Yeah, I know.
And as you can see, shit's starting to go down here.
Yeah, that's what made you go back and pick up the stuff.
Oh yeah, and this is when you started complaining about not picking up the Thrall colors.
Yeah. Because like the image for the Thrall collars was that jeweled necklace thing, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then you had to point that out to me, and I'm like,
it's like because you're like those look. I mean, you're like those look valuable, and I'm like, no, they're not. You're like, explain yourself.
yeah, and you're like, they're the Thrall collars, and you actually hovered over one. I was like, oh, okay, that's bullshit. Should look like the fucking Thrall collars. And I went on a little bitch rant about that.
Oh, and this is where we talked about going into all the anuses, and I think that you can't go into these.
Yeah, we were talking about going into the anuses. I mean, like, this entire section right here is just nothing but ass jokes. It really is.
Yeah, and it's different from the ass jokes of Baldur's Gate 1 Days of Yore. Because there was literally a conversation about why those things scared us. Yeah, for some reason, well, these asses don't seem to want anybody to go in them, which is bullshit. Because it was clearly said that all of them are magic portals to Demon Land.
Yeah, like literally, Michael made a huge ton of jokes right here that we wish you could have heard because they were fucking hilarious. I mean, like, even had me, he had me rolling. I mean, I actually fell out of the chair once.
And this is just pumping up, and I realize that when I pump up, a lot of the spells I use wear off before we're actually done pumping up.
Yeah.
But I did summon up a couple magic swords, which are really helpful. Oh, and this is where we summon one of our elementals.
Yeah,
for some reason I had a lot of trouble finding the elementals. Because I forgot who had the elemental staffs.
Yeah, because we were talking about, it's like, oh yeah, we need minions.
And we actually made a Despicable Me joke here. Don't ask.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
Even by our joke standards.
Yeah, this is where we made the fire elemental joke. It's like, he was in a magma bath and then we just summoned him up, so he's just like all extra pissed off.
He even looks like he wants to punch everything.
Yeah. Oh, we also made a Helsinger Bridge joke here because it's like, now I'm on fucking fire.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Helsinger Bridge, check out my channel because I actually interviewed the voice of Schrodinger. So check that out. I'm not going to give you a link because it's going to be a while before I actually upload these videos. Just find it. It's under a playlist called Random Interviews. Not that I'm going to have a lot of opportunities to interview celebrities because, that's not an easy thing. Oh, and this is where the warden starts talking about, like, calling all the Master of Thralls and shit, and we're just like, we fucked with you.
We already killed his ass.
Yeah, so go check that out, and
yeah, this battle was a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was actually harder to deal with the guys behind him than it was the warden himself.
Yeah, I mean, because, like, literally just watch this battle. I mean, like, there's not much I can really say that I didn't already say the first time that you're not hearing.
One word, Vorpal.
Yeah, just literally, there is a 5-minute bitch about that.
Have you noticed our strategy is Vorpal and fire?
I mean, because like I said, because you were like, oh, do you want to like stop using the Vorpal sword? I was like, no, and I don't want to stop using the Vorpal sword. I'm just saying that damn thing is just like too OP for even being OP. I mean, it's like the most OP thing in this damn game.
Well, there's another Vorpal weapon. The Silver Sword is a +4 sword with a 25% chance of killing, right?
Uh-huh.
But there's another weapon later in the game that's a +6 halberd with a 10% chance of killing.
See, still not as OP as the actual Vorpal sword, though. So.
But it does more actual damage.
Yeah, but the Vorpal sword's OP because it has the higher chance of actually scoring a kill hit.
And here's a question: how did Taggett get past all those ass portals?
Yeah, I mean, like, we had to wander around the ass portals before he just like shows up and it's like, oh, you're not gonna help us, you little bitch.
And what I realized is Taggett lied to us because we could have just gone through the ass portals.
Yeah. Instead of wandering the fuck around. Like, yeah, the Warden, Vorpal hit, gone, and now we're fighting all these Yuan-ti and other shit in the background.
Yeah, and it was pretty ridiculous. Oh, and this is where Dorn is. We're panicking because Dorn's confused, and he's the guy with the Vorpal sword.
Yeah, this got weird.
And I think Dorn actually Vorpals one of the party members.
Yeah, he Vorpals Minsc. If I remember correct.
You sure it was Minsc?
Yeah, I think it's Minsc that takes a Vorpal hit. Like Dorn's.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, he Vorpals Minsc.
Yeah. See, yeah, he Vorpaled Minsc. I think he Vorpals somebody else too.
Yep, there he goes, Vorpal and Viconia.
Yeah, he Vorpaled Viconia, so it was like, oh, fuck, our healer's dead.
And then he got unconfused, which is a good thing, because Dorn would have Vorpaled the entire party.
Yeah, and then we bitched about him Vorpaling Viconia.
Yeah, I think we actually had a conversation where Dorn realized what he did and was trying to apologize for it.
Yeah, that's this part right here. Because it was all like, God damn it, Dorn.
And then, because Viconia is the cleric and she can't bring herself back to life, we used cheat codes to bring her back to life and then had her bitch about Dorn Vorpaling her.
Yeah.
And then Minsc went along his merry way like nothing happened. This is where we got confused as to whose stuff was what.
Oh, yeah, the confused stuff moment. And we were trying to figure it all out.
Yeah, didn't we weren't we spending like 5 minutes here looking for Viconia's stuff?
Yeah, and we could not find Viconia's stuff for a bit. And then we were like, oh, wait, there it is.
Yeah, we almost rage quit because we couldn't find Viconia's stuff. We almost left Viconia's stuff here in the planar prison. In fact, I think we did leave a couple of our items in the planar prison, didn't we?
No, we found it all.
But we found it like right before we're about to decide to just leave her stuff.
Yeah, we were just like, fuck it, we'll just get her all new stuff.
Because really, I don't remember if Viconia has anything of value.
Except for that freaking helmet. Other than that, I mean, like, we really didn't care. Again, if you do not like sorting through items, picking items up, do not play this game. Again, 37% of this is just us doing this.
That's awfully specific.
Yeah, I actually did the math.
Really?
Yeah.
So far, 37% of the game has been item sorting.
Yeah.
And item grabbing and fetch quests.
Well, yeah, 37% of what we do in an episode is pretty much us dealing with items.
Isn't this us accidentally giving Viconia Minsc stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's when he's like, oh, wait, that's Minsc stuff. Why are we giving Viconia Minsc stuff?
Yeah, and this is when I realized I could use the quick loop button to find Viconia stuff.
Yeah, see, there it is.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like
just-
using.
yeah,
I
see,
don't
right
like.
there.
Yeah, I don't like using the quick loop button, but sometimes it helps in a pinch.
Well, because like we were about to quit, and you were and I was like, there's got to be a way to find her stuff, and you were like, well, I could try the quick loop, and I was like, yeah, just look through and like use the quick loop.
I think was actually a moment here where you got pissed at me for a couple seconds because I didn't tell you about the quick loop button.
Oh yeah, I did go off on you. I was like, there's a quick loop button.
I mean, James was legitimately pissed at me for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I actually did go off on you. I was like, there was a quick loop button. You said you never told me about the quick loop button. You mean we could have been grabbing stuff instead of sorting through all this shit?
But as you can see, the quick loop button has flaws, which is why I don't use it.
And he did explain that to me, but I was still legitimately pissed for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, and then you calm down, and you do now realize the flaws of the quick loop button.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, after seeing the quick loop button in action, yeah, I totally got that.
And this is where James stopped getting pissed at me and started getting pissed at the characters, because you'll see. My dear Raven, valiant as always, you are poetry, you are song. For some reason, Hair Delise is, I mean, Hair Delise does some pretty fucked up stuff here too, but he's such a likable guy.
You know, because I legitimately go off right here. I mean, like, it was a legitimate bitch.
You have known us for so short of a time, and yet you have bought our freedom with blood. My child, my friend, it is a debt I can never repay.
It's like, oh my god, I want to hate you, but I can't.
You'll see why soon. I think that this is a bit of going off here, but
yeah,
we really start to go off when you realize exactly why we're here.
Yeah, it's just like who the fuck is this bitch?
But before we go, before the Duke marshals his forces, I will use what powers I have remaining to open another conduit. Are you ready, Hair Delise? Oh, this is rich.
Yeah. Here's where it gets good. Here's where it gets good. Because like right now, I am going off. I am literally going off. Not quite.
Miss Release, I cannot come with you. Not this time. And this is where James starts going off. But he doesn't stay mad at Hair Delise, because right now, Rayless is about to say something that's pretty fucked up. No more plays, Hair Delise? No more theater? I wish I could, Rayless, but I am just another moth come too close to your flame. To love you is to smother that flame in my own death. I shall not do it. Did he just call her a bitch poetically?
Yeah, basically.
Don't be a fool, Hair Delise. There was no mystery of our play. I wrote a comedy of terrors. It was mine. I brought all of this upon us. And that...
Yeah, that is literally what signed her death warrant for me.
I know,
Miss... Like, at this point, I am just ranting.
Yeah, I know, Miss Rayless. You'll have my heart forever, but I must do what I must. Perhaps Zarum will let me travel with him for a time. Yeah, no. But the Prime beckons a sparrow regardless. Yeah, sorry, Hair Delise. You're a nice guy and all, and we're sorry that you got fucked over. But we don't have space for you.
Like literally, I am like, fuck her, fuck this, fuck him. Like at this point, my give a damn has just exploded. Yeah, I'm still going off about this point.
Hey, you will do as you must. I can never stop you, but I will give you one thing more to remember me by. And this is where she talks about the deeds to the Playhouse because of a mod that kicks in. And we just ignore this part because that wasn't supposed to happen. Because this assumes that there's a bard in the party, and there's not. So we literally just skip this entire thing. Yeah, so just this is where I start bitching about a mod trying to fuck with my game experience. And James is still bitching about the way Rayless screwed us over.
Yeah, still going off. And I'm just pretty much like, like, fuck this side quest.
I mean, all in all, though, it was a pretty good side quest, right?
Well, Well, I mean, like the fights in the side quests were anticlimactic just because of how powerful the characters are, and like the backstory for it is what really pissed me off.
This probably would have been better if we had done it in Chapter 2, right?
Yeah. We okay, to comment on that one, we had literally put this one off to do other stuff, and then my partner over here was like, okay, we'll go back and go do that now. I was like, all right, fine. And, like, this should be good then. I mean, because like we were supposed to do it in Chapter 2 when we were weaker.
And yeah, go on. The video's over, but go on.
And we come back, we do this, and it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I put up with all the other bullshit, waiting for this to be awesome, and it's not awesome. Oh, you know what? Fuck this section of the game. Fuck Release. Hair to Lease. I want to say fuck you again, but I can't because you're cool.
And that was Into the Anus.